It began quietly, like mist forming at dawn. No breaking headlines, no choreographed rom-com moments, no scandal to ignite feverish gossip. Just the silent glow of two stars, circling one another until the space between orbits felt illogical. Bai Jingting, an introvert in a meteor shower of show business noise, a man who speaks in careful syllables, storing oceans of feeling between words. His gaze lingers just long enough to pour meaning into a glance, never long enough to expose the center of a guarded heart. Friends joke he can carry a whole conversation with a single eyebrow raise and the sigh that follows. Zhang Ruonan, soft-spoken yet radiant, presence like poetry in motion. She once said she loves moments people forget to film, the hush after laughter, the inhale before applause. Her smile, therefore, fits most comfortably in silence, as though volume might bruise it. They met on a rain-slicked set no one expected to remember. Crew huddled beneath tarps, wind flicked water across the lens. Somewhere between take 27 and take 28, Bai handed Zhang a cup of ginger tea. No words, only steam twisting like a secret handshake. Their fingertips brushed, and the boom mic operator swore he heard thunder only in their shared stillness. Most called it routine, yet fans who breathed between pauses saw differently. The glance Bai held too long after the director yelled, "Cut," unaware the red rec still glowed. The way Zhang's laugh lifted 2 notes higher whenever he drifted into frame, as if a chord had found its root. Moments that escaped the screenplay yet became the internet's favorite replay button. Not love at first sight, but a slow unfurling, petals braving light 1 careful millimeter at a time. They declared nothing, yet everything felt obvious to anyone fluent in hush. Seasons turned, rumor winds gusted and calmed. Film festivals, press junkets, award nights, flashbulbs too bright for words meant only for 2. Still, the fandom traced patterns. Earth-tone suits and pastel dresses at, unrelated, premieres half a continent apart. Matching silver bangles, both bearing the same faint scratch. Zhang dipping her gaze whenever an MC steered talk toward romance. Bai's lips lifting the instant her name floated through an interview like a paper boat. Breadcrumbs, deliciously unconfirmed. And then, it happened. Zhang Ruonan went live on a softly lit Tuesday. No product plug, no brand unboxing, just to talk. No makeup, only a petal pink sweater and the kind of glow ring lights chase but never catch. Outside, rain tapped a gentle backbeat against the glass. For 5 minutes she rambled, her cat's dawn raids, a Tonghulu experiment, the comfort of storm-gray skies. Comment bubbles fluttered like moths. Then, guided by a vow her pulse remembered, she raised her left hand. On her ring finger, a brushed gold band, 3 tiny diamonds flush like daylight stars. Chats avalanched. Wait, is that what I think it is? Blink twice if it's Bai Jingting. Tucking a strand of hair behind one ear, eyes moon bright, she said, voice soft as snowfall on water. Some things don't need to be shouted. When it's real, even silence is enough. No date, no fireworks, no violin-scored montage, just that line. 10 words, felt worldwide like a cymbal crash. The fandom detonated. Hashtags ignited. Hashtag Bai Jingting Zhang Ruonan. Hashtag he proposed. Hashtag silent love loud heart. Douyin editors stitched micro gestures into pastel reels. Bai's coat over Zhang's shoulders at midnight, the umbrella tilted her way, a gummy vitamin smuggled into his palm. Lo-fi beats, millions of likes an hour. Fan artists painted imagined proposals. By kneeling beneath cherry blossoms drifting like scented snow, Zhang half hidden by a translucent veil, tears bright as dew, their fingers interlaced, 5 promises each, anchoring them to a horizon only they could see. Brands scrambled. Jewelers launched a whisper capsule that sold out before dawn. Even the evening news granted 30 seconds to the softest engagement in showbiz history, before a thunderstorm warning shattered the mood. PR phones rang off hooks. Agencies answered with immaculate silence. Because love doesn't always bloom under microphones. Sometimes it walks beside you quietly for years, patient as a shadow, until one ordinary day you notice its roots woven through every minute of your life. If that ring is indeed from Bai, it isn't merely a proposal. It's interest paid on years of stillness, a vow etched in sincerity louder than any diamond's flare. Picture this: a private garden on the last April evening. Lanterns flicker like held breath. Bai, hands trembling in pockets, rehearses courage between heartbeats. Zhang arrives, jasmine rain in her hair. Wordless, they stroll beneath a wisteria arch, petals falling like lavender snow. Halfway down, he stops, kneels, opens a velvet box small enough to house a universe. She gasps, and every unsaid sentence they've ever shared unfurls, turning dusk to gold. Maybe it happened just so, or in an even smaller, quieter way no camera deserved. 48 hours since the livestream, each hour feels like a season. Fan cafes switch banners overnight. Coffee shops in Chengdu and Seoul pour silent love lattes, foam etched with tiny rings. A scholarship fund called Afterglow hits its month-long goal in 9 minutes. LED drones paint their initials over Shenzhen's skyline, while handheld banners form constellations outside Beijing subways. A modest bakery's ginger steam cupcakes vanish by mid-morning. Parents remark that the pair's grace teaches teenagers love needn't roar to be real. University radio stations air specials dissecting Zhang's 10-word line the way scholars parse ancient poetry. Texture seeps into daily life. Baristas draw 3 diamonds in latte foam. Taxi drivers loop the duet track. Commuters, earbuds in, smile at strangers as though sharing a secret score. Music platforms show a surge for that old duet. Streams multiply by tens of millions as listeners hunt the precise millisecond their voices first braided. A backstage clip surfaces, 8 seconds of Bai humming her harmony. #Hezings her part racks up 700 million reads before midnight. Yet beneath data and headlines, the truest story stays small. An actress warming her hands on ginger tea, an actor tracing the rim of a porcelain cup, 2 hearts practicing the same language of quiet. Insiders bet on glossy spreads and primetime interviews. But insiders misread quiet hearts. Perhaps no tuxedo, no gown, just a dawn hike above treeline, vows fog etched onto a cocoa flask while the only witnesses are a mountain thrush and 2 early stars refusing to fade. And that, perhaps, is enough. So, dear listener, did you feel the hush whenever they shared a stage? Did you decode the choreography of glances, the way his eyes sought her shadow, her smile brightened in his reflection? If this is the prologue to forever, will you walk beside them, cheering softly, candle cupped against the wind, honoring not the spectacle, but the soul? Tell us below. Did Bai slip that ring beneath whispering wisteria? Has Zhang unveiled the love many dared to dream but few dared to name? Or is this still silent poetry destined to dwell between 2 joined heartbeats? If your pulse fluttered, if you believe the softest footfalls can shake the sky, press like, tap subscribe, and share with someone who trusts quiet revolutions of the heart. Because in a deafening world, the faintest confessions echo the longest. And stories whispered at dusk can ignite an eternity of dawns. Until our next quiet wonder, keep listening for the heartbeat beneath the noise.